Australian soccer star Sam Kerr has taken to the stand to give evidence and be cross-examined in her trial on a charge of racially aggravated harassment against a police officer. Europe Bureau Chief Zoe Ford was in the courtroom and she joins us now from outside Kingston upon Thames Crown Court in London. Good morning, Zoe. Can you just remind us what Sam Kerr's accused of and what she said in court in her defence?
Good morning, Bridget. Yes, Sam Kerr is accused of a charge of the racially aggravated harassment of a police officer, Police Constable Stephen Lovell, who she called white and stupid. And the context for that is that she'd been out drinking with her partner, Christy Mewis. They came home to West London in a taxi and Sam Kerr vomited out the side of the taxi. There was an argument over the fare. And instead of taking the women back to Kerr's home, the taxi driver drove them to the police station but didn't say that's what he was doing. So they thought they were being kidnapped and Christy Mewis broke a window so they could try to escape. So back at the police station, they had a heated exchange with police officers and tried to put forward their version of events. And this was all captured on police body camera footage, including Sam Kerr calling the police officers stupid and white. Today, she was in the witness box all day, giving evidence and also being cross-examined. Her lawyer asked her how she felt watching the body camera footage of herself in the station calling that police officer stupid and white. She said it was really hard to watch. She was quite embarrassed because of the way she was acting, but also because she was seeing herself in that much distress. She said she felt as though the police officer wasn't listening to her, didn't believe her version of events. At one point, he called her Missy Moo. He also accused her of breaking the window when they'd said it was Christy Mewis who did that. And he said that she felt she was being treated differently because of the colour of her skin by a person in a position of power. But she said she never intended to cause the officer harassment, alarm or distress, and intent is what this case comes down to.
And Zoe, the prosecutor then started cross-examining her. What points did he raise?
Yeah, the cross-examination began late this afternoon, Bridget, and will continue tomorrow. But what the prosecutor's really been getting at is her level of intoxication that night. How drunk was she and how accurate are her recollections of that night? He said the fact that she vomited out of the cab meant that she was obviously drunk. Under tense cross-examination, he raised the Kerr version of events that the women thought they were being kidnapped. And he said, why would a taxi driver take you to a police station if he was kidnapping you? But she said, we didn't know that. He didn't say that. We didn't know where we were going. The women had also said they weren't wearing seatbelts and accused the driver of driving erratically. But the prosecutor said, well, if you weren't wearing seatbelts and a cab's going around any corner, you can probably be thrown around. The truth is you were effectively kicking off because you were drunk and became excitable, he said to her. I don't agree with that, sorry, Sam Kerr replied. He asked her how good her memory was of that night and she said decently good. But then he raised her sober police interview the next day when she was asked if she remembers calling the police officers stupid and white, and she said no, she didn't do that. She was then played the interview and she could see that she had done that. If you don't remember that, is it fair to say that there were lots of things that you don't remember about that night? The prosecutor asked her. She said it was a very distressing moment for me. I wasn't jotting down notes as this was happening. So Kerr will return to the witness box tomorrow morning, London time, for further cross-examination as this trial continues, Bridget.